This next clip, before I bring it up, I personally wanted to ask about this because before we met, I seen this go around a lot where it said every year they would shoot up, the police would shoot up Chairman Fred's grave, tombstone. I thought it was a lie, kept seeing the picture. I didn't know if it was Photoshop. And then I finally saw a YouTube video where y'all actually put a bulletproof casing over it. So that's when I knew it was true. And like I said, this video I found on YouTube, not YouTube, but TikTok, or somebody that actually say they, know you, and this is what this is. So I'll play it and can see what
So I was on the phone with one of my besties earlier, and she sent me this. She's close friends with Fred Hampton Jr., the son of Fred Hampton. Do y'all see what I'm seeing here? Do you see it? It's 2025. Like, do you see that they pew-pewed up his headstone? Do you see that? This is Fred Hampton. He was 21 years old, and he was the chairman of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party when he was by the and see the faces? He fearlessly fought for justice, unity, and the empowerment of our Black communities. And decades later, the hate that he fought against still tries to destroy and erase his legacy. I want to give a shout out to Fred Hampton Jr. for keeping his father's legacy going. This is Amy, y'all.
Now, I don't know if you ever saw that before. Have you ever seen that before? That's the first question. Have you ever seen that particular?
The sisters, something make her response is my first man. Clinch fist to her. My first time seeing that. Yeah, right on her.
And so watching that, like, I guess, how did you feel? And I know it's like I said, it's a story behind it, and now you could be free to tell it because a lot of people, now the question is answered, it was true, and you can give some backstory on it so people can finally know and just know how deep it is.
He's been I always, a lot of times people say, why you always say Chairman Fred as opposed to saying, your father? And I try to put stuff in political context, and maybe for my own, I guess, for psychological defense, but also to really stress the significance of that. Like even the history with his tombstone being shot up, try to put it in the context, like even with the history of the 21 gun salute when Napoleon, the French attempted to shoot the nose of the Sphinx in Africa. And that and it's the fact, here's the situation. I mean, clearly he's physically dead. We say Chairman Fred lives. And the fact that even now, ongoing, the threat it represents. You think about during the era of chattel slavery, they say that the plantation, slave owners, they say after they murdered, after they executed, assassinated Reverend Nat Turner, they say plantation owners will tell their children, you better be good before the ghost of Nat Turner come back and get you. And so you look at the history of that, different dynamics, they do. And then like even the fact that he still represents, he's still shaking them up from the graveyard. And I recall even the debate we had about how to deal with that. Some of my colleagues, in fact, the niece of Lil Bobby Hutton, who was assassinated April 6, 1968, Black Panther, treasurer of the Black Panther Party. Her vote was that we get a whole new tombstone. I remember fiercely fighting. I said, no, we got to do the Emmett Till tactic. The world needs to see this. So we came to some sort of compromise and got like a casing, not a cover, but a casing over the tombstone. You know what I'm saying? A bulletproof casing. But again, it still shows you the threat. You know what I'm saying? It was Chairman Fred himself said, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill a revolution. And they annually, they don't forget. They don't forget. And as far as we can't forget.